Hello guys, I'm Matthew. Today I'm going to present a topic which is sickle. This presentation will separate three parts. The first part will be the background about sickle. The second part I will provide some sample code to give you a feel what our feeling looks like when you coding with sickle. The last part I will talk about the advantage and disadvantage and compare with OpenCL. So let's begin my presentation. Some people may don't know about what is sickle. I will have a brief and introduce sickle in here. Sickle is a higher level programming model for OpenCL, which developed by Kunos. It is a single source domain specific embedded language based on C++. It allows users to develop a software with a low-powered but highly parallel hardware. The one big purpose of sickle is to improve the programming productivity. Next, I will going to talk about the history of sickle. The first version of sickle was sickle 1.2. It was published in May 2015. There is a version called sickle 2.2 Professional. It was introduced in May 2016, but the committee of sickle decided to not finalize this version and work on a version that has more flexible and to address the increasing diversity. The public version of sickle is sickle 1.2.1. It was published on December 6, 2017. And the stable version it was published on April 27, 2020, which is 3 months ago. It's called sickle 1.2.1 version 7. The next slide I will going to talk about where and how to get sickle. Firstly, sickle is not an open source programming model, but there is a community edition on the Compute CPP site to download. This link will provide the instruction and the step to install and use sickle. Before you download it, you need to have the pre-required tools like CMake, OpenCL, and GCC. It is free to obtain, and the Kunos group control all the specification of sickle. This is a sample code from Compute CPP. It's called blocked matrix multiply. Because there have a lot of code inside the example, I will only show the code that's important and related to sickle, and try to give you a feel what about coding with sickle. This sample included the sickle file from the OpenCL and using the sickle namespace. The functions choose an appropriate website, then inquire the matrix multiply on queue provided. Because the queue are constructed inside the function, this function will block until the work is finished. Next, I will talk about the buffer. The buffer can be constructed with the property list. In this sample, the buffer is given to property to use hotspot pointer, which tells the runtime to use the host pointer for all data storage. Additionally, when you're running on devices that share memory with the host like a CPU, zero memory optimization can be used by the driver. Lastly, I will talk about the advantage and the disadvantage about why people using sickle and compare with OpenCL. The first pro are it is comfort and easier for the C++ and the OpenCL programmer. Because SQL is based on C++, they are really similar and easier for the C++ programmer. Also, SQL can target on any offline device. And the cons are it is not friendly for other computer language programs because it needs to have a good understanding about C++ before you use SQL. It is hard for beginners and there have only a small population for people using SQL. There are not much online resource in the internet, so the beginner is hard to learn it by himself. To compare with OpenCL with the same test, OpenCL have a shorter ROI execute time and a bigger memory usage. For SQL, it have a long ROI execute time and a smaller memory usage. Here is my reference. If you have any question about this presentation, you can comment below. Thank you. This is my presentation.